What's up my Randigas, we're back with another hidden details in Persona games. Before I start this video, I should warn you that this video will contain spoilers for Persona 1, Persona 2 Innocent Sin, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, Persona 3 Reload, Persona 4 Golden, Persona 4 Dancing, and maybe slight Persona 5 spoilers. Also, I want to apologize for the last video. The Iwata Dome in Persona 5 was a fake, it was a mod. Thank you BunXVids for pointing it out. In my previous video, I talked about Persona 2 Innocent Sin actually foreshadowing what could Persona 3 have been. What if I tell you that Persona 1 actually foreshadowed Persona 2? When you fight Kandori in Persona 1, this happens. Kandori changes his shape and he hears a voice in his head. As you can see, this voice is none other than Nyarlathotep. I'm sorry about that name pronunciation. If you don't know, he's actually the final villain in Persona 2. Persona 3 Reload introduced a new mechanic called the linked episodes. If I had to explain linked episodes quickly, I would say they are mini social links. However, there is one linked episode that actually affects the ending of the game. Kind of. Let's talk about the best boy of Persona 3. And yes, I'm talking about Koromaru. Normally, if you complete his linked episode, you'll find him outside the dorm after the Great Seal. However, if you decide to completely ignore his linked episode, something strange happens. After the Great Seal, you can't find him outside the dorm. Rather, you find him in Naganaki Shrine, and this is what happens. Normally, if you talk him outside the dorm after completing his linked episode, he'd be worried about you, but here, he just doesn't want to move. Why is that? Let me explain. In Koromaru's linked episode, if you complete it, he would actually want you to become his master. However, if you decide to ignore him, these events never happen and Koromaru decides to stay at the shrine where his old master was. This is to signify that if you do not complete his linked episode, Koromaru will not treat you like his new master. Instead, he will stay with his old master. In Persona 5, there are countless references to previous Persona characters. And if you go to the station square in Shibuya, you'll actually find Rize's poster. However, that's not what I want to talk about. If you decide here to wait a few seconds, the poster will actually change. And if you don't recognize this character, then you should probably play Persona 4 Dancing because it's an amazing game. But this character is Kanamin from Persona 4 Dancing. I thought I'd share this detail because I haven't seen a lot of people talk about it, but tell me in the comments below, did you know about this? In Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, after Tatsuya joins the party and you enter the train, everybody asks Tatsuya about how everyone was in the other world, in which Tatsuya mentions that Baofu was an internet rumor monger and he never met him. However, Tatsuya actually has met Baofu. In Persona 2 Innocent Sin, one of the flashback sequences that included Jun and Tatsuya, you can see a drunk man. This man is actually Baofu from Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. How do I know? During the scene when he looks at himself in the mirror, he calls himself Kaoru. If you played Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, you know that Kaoru is Baofu's real name. In Persona 4 Golden, the side characters get their third awakenings. The third awakening gives them special skills that are only exclusive to them. But what if I tell you that that's a lie? There's a character in a previous Persona game that can use all these techniques. In Persona 3 FES, Makoto has the ability to do fusion spells. And there are some fusion spells that have the same ability as the Third Awakening skills. As you can see on the screen, the Third Awakening skills that are equal to Makoto's fusion spells. Yosuke's Youthful Wind is equal to Kadinza because it gives Meteorama and Masukukaja. Yukiko's Burning Petals is equal to Adranari. However, there is a slight difference. Adranari does massive fire damage to enemies, whereas Burning Petals does severe. The Man's Way is equal to Jack Brothers because it knocked down the enemies. However, the Man's Way also dizzies the enemies. Kamui Miracle is equal to Summer Dream because anything can happen. Naoto's Shield of Justice is equal to Infinity because it gives vulnerability to all allies. But there's one character I haven't mentioned. Chie's Third Awakening ability is one of the best in the games, and Makoto cannot do that. Chie's Dragon Hustle gives all allies a Kaja buff, just like Heat Riser but for everyone. The only thing close to this is Makoto's Best Friend fusion spell, however it only gives buffs to one ally. I guess she truly is the Trial of the Dragon. Now let's look at the fusion spells and the Third Awakening spells that are similar.
Blow through! Couldn't do it. Justice is with me.
This is how a man does it!
Come on, miracle!
Hope you enjoyed this video, my Randigas, and tell me in the comments below if there are more details I should mention. Consider liking the video and subscribing because I'm trying to make this YouTube thing an actual thing. I'll see you guys next time with another Persona, Shin Megami, Dragon Ball, or whatever video. Bye!